Hey everyone, Seven Figure Grammy here to show you all of the latest and greatest updates in the Marter app and the Marter Chrome extension. These guys have been cranking out the requests. And it's really important, guys, that you let us know what you want in this Walmart app. Marter is constantly innovating based upon its own users' requests. So get in the Facebook group, Marter for Walmart Sellers. Join my group, Wow, Winning on Walmart for Sellers, and let your voices be heard, because everything that you're seeing pretty much has come out of requests from users, which I just find absolutely fantastic. So let's dive in and look at what is new, what is cool, and what these guys have been working on for you. So we're going to start by just searching a product on Walmart that we want to sell. Let's see. Let me think for a second here. Let's just do LOL surprise. There's lots of LOL dolls on Walmart and lots of like little things like this. Let me just kind of look price wise. This one looks interesting, $41.99. Let's just open that up. You'll notice the very first thing that Marter opens automatically. So when you have it up in Chrome and you have it active, it's going to automatically open up for you. So no more having to go up and click here. Now, if you want to close it, you can close it by clicking that X, and you can reopen it by hitting the Marter button. All right, so let's take a look at some of the things here. One of the things that for me as a seller on both the Walmart marketplace and the Amazon marketplace is having to scan something twice. So I have to scan it in the Marter app, and I have to scan it over in Nepedo to see where I want to sell it. And so we've kind of given you a little bit of a cheat sheet here by actually taking the Amazon sales price and putting it into Marter for you. So if I'm going out and I'm scanning in the store, or I'm using the Chrome extension, and I pull this item up and, oh, this item sells for $41.99 on Walmart, but I can see that it sells on Amazon for more. Now, LOL is one of those brands that's gated for a lot of people on Amazon, so it makes sense why it would be selling for more. But for other brands where you might not have those restrictions, that little piece of information is going to just tell you enough to know, like, oh, maybe I want to go look at the data over in the Nepedo and see like what the seller count looks like, what the stock count looks like, any kind of variations, all the things that Nepedo does. We're not going to dive into Nepedo today because this is on Marter, but that's what I would do next with this item if I thought that I might want to sell it over on Amazon. But having that reference price, I think it's just gold for all of us, because it's going to save that second scan. And anytime we can become more efficient in the stores, I think that that's a good positive thing. The next thing I want to point out to you is underneath the brand. So there is a new report link, and this is where we are doing some crowdsourcing to try to help sellers understand brands that either are completely restricted from sellers being able to sell them. So Walmart, about a month ago, sent out an email. There were some kind of high-end beauty brands that went completely red restricted, is what I call them, meaning you can't ungate them, you cannot sell them, don't buy them, you will be stuck with them. So we want to have that information available for new sellers, and for just as you're out scanning and maybe you forgot what were those brands. So those items have been loaded into the system and they will show up in red, the brand will. But if you know from your experience that there is a brand that requires you to ungate it, so Lego or Squishmallows, you can report that brand, and after a certain number of reports through crowdsourcing, the brand will turn kind of an orange yellow. And that's just a caution so that you as a seller, if you see that, know like, oh, I might have to ungate this if I'm not already ungated. And so that's kind of our solution for those of you using the app, because Walmart doesn't currently give us that information through the API. There's not a way to know before you actually try listing it. But when you list something, if you do come across that, it would be great if you could go out onto the Chrome extension, pull that item up. If you have to ungate it, just smash the report button so that we can collect that data. Another cool thing is being able to actually see both the original price and the price after some kind of like sale calculation. So let's say that we were able to find this item for $24.99. And that goes in and all of the good stuff comes in. But let's say that there is a 20% off on whatever website we found it on. So we're actually paying 80%. So we're going to multiply times 0.80, and Marter's going to show you that you're paying $20. So you can do the calculation here. You're going to see the actual cost, so you can make sure that that makes sense to you. Like if this came up to be like $30, obviously you did something wrong on your calculations. Or if you accidentally typed in the 0.2 that it's 20% off, you know you're not paying $5 for it. So you can come back and correct that. But this is really just nice to be able to see like what is the actual number for the item. So just another thing that they have done to make your life easier. All right, I'm gonna scroll down, and we're gonna load up this lowest price history. So we've done some improvements to the price history graph, giving you more information and detail around the price and how the price has moved. You can see like it went down to 0, which basically means it wasn't available. Like nobody had this for a period of time. And now that the price has come back up, here where it is. But it has sold at an all-time high at $52. So if you want to push the envelope and see if maybe in Q4 you can get a little more money, this price history graph may provide you some additional information on that. We still have our verified reviews, which are great. Below that, you're going to see the buy box winner history. This is something that I personally have used in a competing product for a while. So I was giving a lot of like, hey, this is something we really need. Because we want to see, is the buy box being shared? Are there people who, like Walmart, is Walmart always winning the buy box? Maybe that's going to be an item I don't want to compete on. Or does Walmart share the buy box? It looks like probably Walmart sold out of this item because their last buy box date was the 3rd. And then we see third-party sellers starting to sell that. If I expand that out to a larger portion, we can still see that Walmart was sharing the buy box during that period of time with several sellers here. So we can see who they were, what the buy box price they were winning it at was, and that type of thing. Also, you're just going to notice that this loads a lot more quickly for you. So there's been some back end things like that. Now I want to show you if we are not on Walmart.com. Let's go to Shop Disney. I'm just going to go over to sale items, shop all sale. I'm going to go to the home section to start. And we'll just try this. So I'm going to click on this item. I'm going to highlight this item and right click. And now you're going to see the search in Marter button. So now I don't have to like click and then paste it over there somewhere. I can just highlight the text that I want it to search and hit that search in Marter, and boom, here we have a winner. So we can hit this button right here, see this item. Let's see, a few sales a month, so potentially a bolo at that price, $47.99. But yeah, just like on any website, I can do that search and bring those items up and see all of the Marter data. Also notice there's no comparison here to Amazon. It just means that this item isn't linked to an ASIN. It could be on Amazon, not linked by UPC. But I will say a lot of the Disney merchandise is not on Amazon, so that doesn't surprise me. Let's just go and try something else. We'll go to Kohl's. Not a category I source a lot of, but let's just see. Let's go to clearance shoes and look at this Columbia boot. I do really well with boots, actually. I'm gonna search in Marter. Okay, so Columbia Women's Newton Ridge Plus. There it is in Quarry, Cool Wave. Ooh, there's a 5. It looks like they have a 5. Let's open that up. Okay, and so if I put in my buy cost of $30, it's more than 100% ROI. We'll look at the price history. Looks like price has been very consistent. Let's go down and look at buy box history. Looks like there's been one person winning the buybacks for $108, and right now it's at 85. It does have 290 reviews. So I would probably want to open this item up real quick in Walmart. I want to make sure that we are looking at the right size there. Looks like they don't have a listing for 5.5. You could always add the listing for the 5.5. But again, another bolo for you guys. So let's just take a peek at what these changes look like on the Marter app. So on your app, scan your item like you normally do. You're going to have your choices come up. We'll figure out which one of these we want to take a look at and select that item. And so you're going to see pop up that same sells on Amazon pricing up in that kind of upper top right area. So great for when you're in store. You can know right away, should I look this up on Amazon or not, using your Nepedo app. You also have that brand reporting on the mobile app, so you can do that process as well. And just like the actual Chrome extension, when you type in your cost with any kind of calculation, it's going to show you what that calculation ends up being after whatever discount you're actually adding into it. I'm adjusting the price here for the people outside of Walmart. We can load our price history information, so we can take a quick look at how steady the price has been. We can adjust that timeline if we want to. If we move on down, we can then load our buy box winner data below our seller counts and stock counts. We can adjust that time frame as well. So I might want to see like when was the last time that seller fulfilled had this, so we could look at that and see that, you know, it's back in May, the last time a seller grabbed the buy box away from Walmart. And if we scroll down to the bottom right corner, there is a new button on your Marter app, and that is a rescan button. So instead of having to go up to the top, we can just hit that rescan button that hangs out in the bottom right corner and go immediately to scanning the next item. You can see I scanned an item that wasn't coming up by UPC, so I just used the AI search, scanned the actual picture of the item, and very quickly was able to come up with some items that I could select from on this particular item. So again, you know, we select the item so that we can analyze it. And as soon as we go into the individual item area, that bottom right corner, that's your rescan button. So if I click on that rescan button, I immediately just go into scan mode and I can scan something else. So no more scrolling to the top, kind of having to go back or any of that stuff. That rescan button will hang out whenever you have an item open. So that's what's new in Marter. So take a look at it. You know, play around with it. Make sure if you have the app that you are utilizing that as well, because the app has all of these same features in terms of, you know, the buy box settings and being able to report and seeing the Amazon sales number and all of that good stuff. And look at that. You probably could sell this on Amazon for a profit too. Not as much profit as here, but it is selling on Amazon as well. So just take a look at that, and hopefully this was helpful, and just continue to give us that feedback so that the people at Marter, you know, I'm just kind of a conduit feeding information over to them that I'm hearing from all of you wonderful Walmart sellers. But we want to make this the best tool possible. So just continue to, you know, reach out, suggest things, ask questions, ask clarifying questions if something doesn't make sense. And we will do our best to help you and help make Marter the best tool out there. See you in the Facebook groups.